friends, we are off on a hiking adventure. It's me and Alexa is driving, and we're past Knoxville, so we're about an hour away from our campsite for the night. We're going to camp tonight and then start hiking tomorrow. Alexa is very happy to be driving. I'm very excited. Very excited. We had yummy food for supper at Chipotle, and now we are going to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park to start our epic 30-mile adventure. See you later. Well, we still had signal. I went ahead and checked the weather to see what we're looking at for rain. It was supposed to rain on Saturday, and now it looks like it's definitely going to rain on Saturday, and temperatures are going to drop. At the lower elevations, it's supposed to get down to 39 Saturday night, and so we're anticipating a wet Saturday and a really cold Saturday night, so wish us luck.
Alright everybody, so we are all tucked in here at Cosby Campground. We are looking forward to our hike tomorrow, hoping for some good sleep tonight. Tomorrow starts our adventure. I'm excited. Are you excited too?
Very excited.
Alright,
and we're gonna get a good sleep tonight because it's lovely weather.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yes, it's beautiful. It's so warm. If it would just stay like this all weekend, I would be thrilled. Unfortunately, that will probably not happen. It will be cold sooner rather than later.
We're appreciating the warmth while we have it.
Yes.
Alright, good night.
Good night.
Good morning. We survived
Good morning.
our first night camping. Today is the big day. We get to hike up to Mount Cammerer, and we'll end our day camping at campsite number 36. So it is about 8 o'clock probably.
Yeah. I don't know.
And we're just eating some breakfast of granola. My coffee is steeping. And we'll update you later. Bye.
Alright, we are like a half mile into our hike. We stopped for a 5-minute butt break to rest after our warm-up, and we're feeling good. We're headed all uphill for 5 miles, so it's really fun, beautiful scenery, and really having a great day.
Okay, we just made it up our first big climb. We are now at the Appalachian Trail Fork. So that was 2.1 miles up, pretty steep in sections. And then we have another 3.3 miles to go to get to the Mount Cammerer Trail. There's Baley. Baley, are you tired? Yes. Yes, it was a hike. But that means we are halfway through our steep incline of 5 miles for the day. So I count it as a success. Good job, team.
I don't know. Well, we haven't made it to the top of Mount Cammerer yet, or Cammerer, but we're at a very beautiful view. It's gorgeous. It's taken us way longer than we thought to hike 5 miles. We're at 4.77. We've got a few more to go. But it's a gorgeous day. We made it! We're at the top of the tower on Mount Cammerer. About 5.5 miles from where we started. All of it uphill. But I've got a good view. right, we are walking still. Now we're downhill on a much easier trail.
This is low gap trail. It's very wide, very gentle, and we love it.
Yes, I am almost tripping over roots, but that's just part of hiking. While videoing. Yep, gotta try new things. Anyway, lovely views, lovely day. We made it up about 3,500 feet elevation, 5 miles straight up to Mount Cammerer. Went and saw views on the lookout, and now we're getting lovely views on the way down. Much easier to walk.
We're hoping to be at the campsite before dark. We might be cutting it close.
Yeah.
But we're hiking much faster, about double the pace we were coming uphill.
Yep.
So hopefully we can do it.
All right. We got valleys and ridges and hills and a lovely wide rhododendron lined trail. All right, bye.
Hey guys, so we have made it to camp on night 1. We are at campsite 37. When we got here it was full already, but we were able to squeeze in between 2 different kind of camp areas. This very nice older couple offered us this area. And so no fire tonight, no fire pit, so no fire, but that's okay. It's nice and warm, it's dry, and we have hot food. And I have these pretty string lights on the tent that give us some light. So I've set up for the night. We're cooking home dehydrated macaroni and meat, which I'm excited about. Looking forward to it. Right now it just feels good to sit down. It was a long day. We made it, but it was a big hike, and we're looking at big hikes the next 2 days. So this campsite is really pretty. It's for horses too. So the first site had these big stalls for the horses to bed down, and it was pretty horsey smelling. So I was glad that we could find a place further down the river. The river is right across from us. I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but it is quite loud and pretty. So that'll give us some privacy too. I've got my bear spray in the tent, hoping for no visitors tonight. But otherwise, I think it'll be a good night, and we'll try and get an early start. We're expecting rain tonight, so we're trying to get everything we need in the tent so that in the event we have to pack up in the rain, it will be not as bad as it could be. So anyway, we'll check in with you later. Good morning. It is the beginning of day 2. We slept pretty well. It did start raining this morning, but it's not raining heavily. I don't think it rained heavily all night. But it's just kind of dripping, enough to make everything wet. But we had covered our packs in trash bags, and they stayed pretty dry. Although I'm not sure that they're going to stay dry now because we're getting into them. But we are sitting here eating breakfast. Just heated up some water for coffee. Bailey, how are you feeling this morning? Are you feeling pretty good?
I'm good. I'm feeling good this morning. I had a hard time sleeping some, but not because I was uncomfortable, just listening to sounds and not sleeping super well, but I think I got enough sleep.
Yeah. I think I slept pretty soundly. I liked the sound of the white noise from the river. It was peaceful and drowned out like other cracks that I probably would have been more afraid of. So I'm like, was that a bear?
And we heard maybe a screech owl. It sounded like a child kind of yelling, screaming, and then ended in a owl sound, kind of a sort of ending.
It was so cool. It had just happened once that I could hear. It was very distinctive. I thought maybe it was a coyote, but then it wasn't like there's anybody else who joined in, so I don't know. But it was a cool sound to hear. So we are gonna finish up and pack up our wet things. We've got our rain gear on and start our hike.
Ready to hike up again.
Yep.
This time for, well, hiking up the whole time, right? But still like 6 miles or something?
Not quite 6.
So like yesterday, except less elevation gain. So lots of up, but maybe not as steep.
Yeah, hopefully so. And less distance after. So it's 8 o'clock right now. So we can hopefully get going here in the next 30 minutes
and not be the last ones to camp this time.
Right, so that we can find a better place to put our tent. Although I'm so thankful that we found the place we did, that the couple beside us was like volunteered this area.
because the horses came in last night, and I'm glad we weren't like next to the horses. That would have been nerve-wracking for me.
And our neighbors were up before 5:45 and gone, like, I don't know, by 6:15, something like that.
Yeah.
They were,
Hardcore.
yeah, they're gone already on their hike, so don't know where they're headed.
Yeah, early start. I kind of like getting up when there's some light. So anyway, I'm feeling pretty good. I've got a sore neck. I think it's like from that bending over and lifting like the base of my neck. But my muscles are feeling pretty good. My feet are feeling pretty good. Took in a leave this morning preemptively, so hopefully that will help. All right, we'll check back in later. Bye. All right, we're off this morning. Rainy morning. We're all packed up. We left camp at 9 o'clock, and we're just gonna take it one step at a time today. Here's our trail for right now. We're doing a slow warm up like we did yesterday, and then we'll get going a little bit quicker. Good job. All right, we've come 1.75 miles in an hour and a half. We are averaging about 1.8 miles per hour. We've had quite a few stream crossings, which take a little bit of time. It's a pretty gradual incline, but it is definitely an incline. So I think this incline will go until Gunter Falls, or Gunter Cascade, and then it will get steeper. But we're taking a break, enjoying a snack in the rain, because it's still been a steady rain all day. All right, so we're stopping for a bit of a break. We have these lovely moss-colored seats. They're so soft, it's like you sink in. So that's pleasant. It's still raining a little bit, but not too heavy. So we're getting some water. We are really close to the Gunter Fork Cascade, but apparently we are not there yet. It's around the corner, but we decided to stop here anyway.
2.56 miles gone. Okay, still hiking up Gunter Fork Trail. It is still raining.
We are wet.
We are very wet. And we are up, definitely gaining an elevation. We can see out over the valley, but it is quite rainy and fog-filled. I'll show you. That's our view. Give you a wide angle.
You can almost see that there's a mountain over there. Well, maybe not in the video, but we can see it. There's some colorful trees across the way.
So you can see how narrow the trail is. It's just that. There's the cliff. There's the mountain.
This is a good part of the trail.
Yeah, this is pretty nice. It has been.
It's a level, you know, foot wide versus not level dirt.
I'll try and get a picture of that too. Also cool to note, this plant here has been growing all along here, and I forget the name of it. I'll let you know later, but it is the spores of that plant when it sends up its little ribosomes or whatever. They're highly flammable, and they used to be used in magic and by shaman to have big flashes. Pretty cool. Okay, bye.
We're finally stopping for lunch. The rain has stopped for a minute anyway, and we found a little wide area on the trail so we can sit, and we're tired, but it's okay. And yeah, just gonna eat some lunch. We've only gone like 4 miles. Yeah, 4.04 miles today, but that's all right. Okay. Well, I got cold, so I have put on a fleece shirt and my wool hat. So I feel a lot better. The rain has moved on. I'm hoping for good, fingers crossed, but it is getting cold. It's definitely not warm anymore. And yeah, we're gonna make it to the shelter, and then I'm gonna put on all dry clothes. But anyway, Alexa's still doing good. Say hi.
Hi. Wrapping up again.
Yep, getting ready to keep going. We have a couple more miles to go. I think all uphill, Alexa? Mostly uphill.
Probably about 1.5 miles uphill, and then we go down to Laurel.
Okay. Okay, so when we know we're headed to our shelter, we'll get to go downhill. Yay! All right.
All right, we made it. Laurel Gap Shelter. I'll show you what it looks like. We are the first ones here. It's about 2:30. We need really pretty good time. So we get to choose if we want to sleep in the shelter or tent outside of it. It's quite a clearing. You can see the bear hangs right there. Up there. Anyway, it is definitely colder. I would say it's down to about 45 or so right now. It's gonna be a chilly night. Thankfully there's some dry firewood, just a little bit, in the shelter. So maybe we'll put it in the fireplace and get warm. It'll be interesting to see how many people are here tonight. All right, here's Bailey. She's putting on dry socks.
Yay!
After
dry socks.
After that hike, and she had to.
I had wet socks the whole time.
Yeah, because she had to step in the water with her hikers that are not waterproof. So she is excited about dry wool socks. Our plan for the evening, we're gonna go set up a tent. We can do that right now because they're allowing for social distancing. And then
we've got the afternoon and evening, so we're gonna have some warm food, and I'm gonna put on some layers because I'm kind of cold, and maybe play some cards or something. Who knows? All right, we are having dinner on day 2. We are having yummy ramen with pouch chicken and dehydrated veggies and dehydrated mushrooms. It's very tasty. It's the spot.
Hello.
There's Bailey enjoying her ramen.
It is yummy. It's very spicy, so I have to keep drinking water, but it's okay. But it's so yummy.
Next time, less spice. Makes my nose run.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's almost gone. But it's a good little recipe.
It's yummy.
It's getting a little colder as the sun goes down. We were so happy to have sunshine for a while, but it's just going away. So I foresee us crawling into our sleeping bags sooner rather than later. There are 2 other groups here. A group of guys, about 4 of them, and another woman here by herself. So far, no one else is here. We were supposed to have a full house, 14 people. Not that many yet. We'll see if they come in late. Happy right now to have the shelter to ourselves. Well, that's good. Okay, we are tucked in for the night. And it's cold outside. I would say it is 30, low 30s already. But that's just me. I've got 4 hot hands that are heating up here. I'm going to put 2 on my feet and 2 in my bag. And they feel wonderful. I am otherwise wearing my long johns and my long john shirt and my fuzzy and my hat. And we're hoping it'll be a good night.
Yeah, I'm feeling warm right now. Got cozied up. Got a liner and a sleeping bag and my long underwear and a hat. Almost too hot in my hat, but we'll see. Anyway,
It's really windy too, so we're hearing the bear hangs squeaking. Those bags are swinging in the wind like gallows, and they squeak. And so that's kind of disconcerting. But we had a good night. We met some other hikers. There was a group of guys they're on a guys weekend. They're from all over the country. They do an adventure once a year. So that's pretty fun. They were nice. Cheery. We shared the fireplace together. And then there's another woman, Melanie. She is like this amazing outdoorsy person. She's been everywhere. She thru hiked the AT in 2015. She's thru hiking what's the name of this trail?
Benton
McKay Trail.
She just started today, but she did 12 miles uphill that we're going to do all downhill tomorrow, and we're already like dreading dreading it. She did 12 miles uphill today.
She's so cool. She works for National Geographic on a boat. She's on their expedition. She works in their expeditions. I think it's so cool. She goes to Alaska. She has alpine gear. Just like, what? Like, she just kept casually throwing these things in there. And
I'm like, oh yeah, I've been there. Oh yeah, and if you're ever in Alaska, go to such and such a place.
Oh yeah, I got that for my parka, my alpine parka. Oh my goodness. Anyway, she was amazing because she seemed really down to earth and friendly too. So
yeah,
super impressed by her. I kind of want to be just like that, but she also is younger and unmarried.
Yep.
Anyway,
kids.
she thinks it's going to take her 25 days to finish this particular trail.
300 miles on the Benton McKay. She's going north to south, and so it starts right at the edge. It starts right where we're going to end, actually, and then it it ends right where the Appalachian Trail starts in Georgia.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so everyone is intense. No one decided to stay in the shelter. There's another group, 2 guys, local guys, who seem to know everything about this part of the world because they were impressed by the Gunter that we were all doing Gunter Fork, because apparently no one does Gunter Fork. And I was like,
because
no one
it's
told
like
me
washed
that.
away and falling down the mountain.
So anyway, pretty funny. And so we actually slept next to this group of 4 guys. Last night we were at the same campsite, and we just left earlier than they did, and we made the same trip today. But they were impressed by how fast we got here. So
Just because we left earlier.
it really was why. I know. But I'm not going to make a big deal of that. They can be impressed.
Yeah.
We rock hop to the water.
We train daily so we can do
No. We just have gumption. Like
we have the ability to put one foot in front of the
Right.
other for 5 miles.
very slowly. But hey, we got here. So tomorrow's gonna be a big day. Try and get up by 7 and on the road by 8. But it's all no uphill. So how bad can it be, really? 12 miles. And a 3-hour drive home. But we'll keep you updated. At least hopefully it won't be raining.
Yep.
So good night. Sleep well.
Bye.
Good morning. It is the morning of day 3. We are up. It is a beautiful morning. It is windy and it is cold. It's up a little bit later than we thought. We thought we'd get up and get going by 8, but it is now 8:45. So I think once we got warm and cozy, and it was just hard to wake up. So we are having breakfast. Bailey's right now is making coffee.
Yes.
I've got my coffee right here, and we're gonna heat it. We're filtering some water so we can make oatmeal. But we're doing pretty good. But I think it's gonna be a good hike. But it's gonna be a cold day, so looking forward to moving. Hoping my fingers can stay warm. I spilled water on my gloves, so that kind of sucks. But they should dry. 12 miles to go today. How do you feel about that, baby? Feeling good?
I'm really already tired, so I just walked to get water, and climbing back up, I was like, okay, I don't have a backpack on, but this is a workout, so we'll be fine. We're gonna put one foot in front of the other like usual, and we're going downhill most of the way. So
we're having
hoping
coffee.
our muscles hold up to get us down the hills. Yep, having coffee and oatmeal. Fuel is always good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but overall, it's been a lovely camp, and I'll be glad to get home.
It's a beautiful morning. No bears, no strange sounds last night, but I heard.
Except the bear hang.
The bear hang squeaked all night, but it was so windy. Okay.
We are having the most lovely hike this morning. One example here is a beautiful waterfall coming down. It crosses our path, but there's lots of stepping stones to get over. And we're just enjoying this beautiful day. Sunshine coming through the trees, yellows of fall on the leaves, and it's chilly but not too cold. These are our smiling faces this morning.
This is why we do it. It's gorgeous out here.
Yeah, today is why we go through yesterday. And we're on the Sterling Ridge Trail right now. We're going up to Sterling Mountain, and it won't be very much elevation gain, but I think we might want to climb the fire tower. We'll see. And then it's all downhill, so we'll report back later. Okay, we have just completed Balsam Mountain Trail. It was 4 miles. Most beautiful trail of the trip so far. It is quite chilly out now, so we are hiking in our layers, and we feel warm enough because we're moving. When we stop, it's really cold. But we have been following bear tracks for the last 4 miles, and they're still going our same direction. So we're hoping, here's hoping we don't run into the bear creating those tracks. But it is a gorgeous trail, a gorgeous day, and we are in very good spirits. We made it to the top of Mount Sterling. We lied that it was all downhill. It was really quite a bit of uphill, maybe like a mile, maybe a mile and a half uphill. Seemed like it was forever uphill after all we've done. We were ready to not be going uphill anymore, but this is the view.
gorgeous. And I've got my toes airing out. We're just gonna sit here and eat lunch.
All right, so here we are at the peak of Mount Sterling. We are about halfway up the radio tower that's at the peak. It's gorgeous. It's pretty windy and cold up here, but we have made our highest point of the trip. Downhill from here. I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so next stop, down the hill. See you there. Alright, we are still on the trail. We are about 1.5 miles away. We are doing well. It's lovely weather out here. We are very excited to be getting close to the car. And we decided we're going to go to a Mexican restaurant on the way home. So chips and salsa, here we come.
We've earned some chips and salsa.
Yes.
Hooray!
But we're doing good. We just took a break and it felt good to rejuvenate a bit and rest our ankles and our knees because this trail is literally just downhill. So I'm glad we're not going up it.
Yep.
So we're almost done with our adventure.
So we're not super tired except for our knees and legs and hips and ankles.
Yep.
But not winded or anything.
Right. Okay, we'll see you at the bottom.
We have gone 12 miles today and feel super accomplished. We did it. We started at 9:30 this morning. We're done by 5:15. Walking to the car on this gravel road. Should be there any minute now. But we did it. We did 30 miles up and down 2 big mountains.
9,000 plus elevation gain.
Yep, came down something like 4,000 feet elevation today, downhill over 7 miles, which is really rough on the knees and feet.
There's our truck.
Hey, yay, it's our car. Anyway, we're done. We did it.
Yay, and we followed our plan.
Yep.
We were able to